morning, boss. Jeff here. Thanks again for bringing me on board. You've found a lot of talented people for this team. I can't wait to see what we can accomplish. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts here today, and the car is ready to head out whenever you are.
Okay, so we've got garage tutorial. Okay, well, pretty standard. And we can have a look at the session info if we want to. So we've got our race strategy, our track acclimatization, and our tyre management. So obviously we can get additional, whatever the Hexagon Plus thing is. This is 1550 on the top right, so we can obviously spend those in some way by doing certain things. So complete up to 5 laps of the circuit at normal race pace, so that the ideal fuel load, etc. So these are little sort of things that you need to do to help to develop the team. We then got our car setups. Those are our tyres, which we can choose different tyres, and we've got different setups. So those are going to be the main setups that you can use if you're not used to the game. Or you can go into custom and completely play around with it. We're not going to do it at the moment. I'm going to stick with the balance setup. We can choose the power unit that we want for this particular race. So as they age, we can change those. Likewise with the gearbox. We can see the standings and how people are doing. So most people are in the garage at the moment. We can watch people out on track. So we've got George Russell on track at the moment, and then we can advance. So that will advance us to practice 2 or 3, jump straight into qualifying or straight into the race. Really don't want to do that right now. So I'm just going to come back to the beginning. You can see we've got Mazepin and Russell out on track at the moment. So this is where you can see when you might want to leave. We can also see the weather conditions and a whole lot of other information, which is quite nice. And you can accelerate the time as well if you wish. If I just accelerate it, and you can see those guys running around the track. So if we just exit out of there and we go to track, we can either drive out or we can do a flying lap. I'm going to drive out for the moment.
Under our belts.
Now, as I said, I haven't played this game since Formula 1 2017. So it'd be quite interesting to see how we go. I'm likely to spin very quickly. Now we've got our different views. I think I prefer that one at the moment. Oh, the one with the halo looked a bit strange. Nearly overshot the corner already. Now I have got the racing line on to help me just to get to grips, so you can see that when it's red we're going too fast for the corner. Now it doesn't mean brake when you get to the red part, it just means that at that time we're going too fast for the corner. So ideally what you really want to try and do is leave your braking as late as possible, but as you turn in for the apex you really want them laying down, so that you can get through that corner and carry as much speed through the corner as you can. Now one of the things that I do know is these dynamic racing lines aren't necessarily perfect. They're great for learning the track, but very often you'll want to take different lines when you're actually racing, in particular when you are overtaking. So I'm just going to use this just to learn the track for the moment. Again, Bahrain is not a track that I am aware of, as you can see. Oh, that's the option to use a flashback. Like I said, I don't want to use the flashbacks too much.
I just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Yes, we're tucking behind Mazepin. Whoa! Whoa, that was not clever. Completely caught me out on the braking and completely wiped out my front wing. As you can see now, I have no front wing whatsoever. I guess what we'll need to do is talk to our engineer.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Yeah, I've got no downforce at all. So he broke a lot earlier than I was expecting. I've been playing Gran Turismo mostly, where obviously you got the benefit of brake lights. Welcome to the world of Formula 1, where you have no clue when the guy in front is braking. You hope he's going to brake at the right time. Alright. No downforce on the front whatsoever. I'm just watching the map in the bottom left hand side of the screen there to make sure that nobody's coming up behind me and I'm going to get in their way. So, let's just see if we can get around in one piece. Braking early because of the lack of a wing. And then we get our blue line to dive into the pits. Now I have got the pit assist on, so I can just attack the line as hard as I like. When I take the pit assist off, I'm going to need to be more careful. So I may well start to come off the accelerator and brake at times, just to get used to that. Right, not a great start. Okay, so we've got a repair time, which we can skip.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
Okay, and then we'll go to track, and this time we'll do the flying lap. So this should drop us onto the track at some point. And then we pick it up when the lights go out. Let's try and not run into anybody this time. That car's just dived into the pits. Ooh, overcooked that one slightly. We're going to have to learn our braking zones. Watching for the apex. Ugh. Okay, got that all wrong. Knowing the tracks is a big part of playing these games. Whoa, and we do a nice little spin. Do a half donut to bring it back on track. I didn't think it'd be long before we went round. And you see now that we have got a car behind us. Just getting a feel for the car at the moment. If you take too much curve or you put the power down too early, it's quite nice the way it throws you around. It's going to take some getting used to. Couldn't quite get the power down fast enough there. Position 8th at the moment, which is okay. Oh, overshot that one. Now I could go on and practice and practice and practice this until I get it spot on, but in the interest of this initial video and just getting a feel for the game, I'm now going to try and call in a
Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
We're going to pit in, we'll jump straight to qualifying, and then we'll jump straight into the race. Normally I will probably spend more time learning these tracks, and you'll see some of those videos where I'm going to split them over the practice, the qualifying and the race. But as I said, for now I'm just going to keep it relatively quick as we go through the weekend, just to get a feel for how the game hangs together. This is almost like a little intro video, as it were, just while I'm finding my feet. Green on sectors. Not purple at the moment, and I dare say that qualifying is key in this game. So I suspect that we're going to be a fair way down the field when we first start. I quite like my colour scheme. Quite comfortable with this. It looks good. Whether that will change over time or whether I will keep it, I'm not sure. On the whole, at the moment, I'm actually really liking this. This is looking good. I believe that you can take the centre part of the halo away. I don't know about on this mode, but on the other game mode, I believe that you can. So just go session info, and we'll accelerate the time. So we've got 15 minutes. I'm just going to let that run through. I don't expect us to end up very high at all, but like I said, for this first video I just want to get through this first weekend just to see how things hang together. Okay, so we've got a first trophy, our first experience points. I dare say if we'd done more laps we would have got more experience points. That's something that I will be doing. If we skip.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. Perez, Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. And that's it, practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
So we're down in 21st where expected, but hey ho. Okay, so we now advance. And if we go into the workstation and we come across to qualifying, short we went for, I'm going to go qualifying. Yep, that's fine. Jumping practice 2 and 3. Now, like I said, I don't know this track. New to this game, new to the physics, etc., etc. So I'm not expecting to do overly well. Hopefully Callum will do a bit better than me within the team. But as we go forward, obviously I'll be trying a little bit harder. For now, just a quick overview of what's going on. Okay, so we'll go to track. Okay. And we'll just do a flying lap. Normally I'll drive out, but I'll go for flying lap just to speed things up a little bit. Oh, that's looking pretty dark up there. Oh, again, it's brought us out behind another car. Hopefully it's not Mazepin, and hopefully I don't rear end him again. That's Raikkonen. And now we counting. This is the lap. Seem to have to brake quite early for that corner. Let's see if we can get down the back of Raikkonen. That's hopefully going to give us quite a nice tow. Try not to rear end him. Oh, slight nudge there. Let's just check the state of the car. Looks like we got away with that one. Although we've now let Raikkonen get away from us. Slightly tighter line through there. Well, thought about diving up the inside there, but thought better of it. Slightly better run off the corner by taking that slightly tighter line, so slow in, fast out, as it were. Hopefully he won't come back at us. Now we did get held up a little bit behind Raikkonen there, so let's just go for this lap. Again, slowing down good and early for that first corner. Try not to be too aggressive on the steering wheel. Got a bit wide there. Down into this corner, too much speed, too deep. Purple on sector 1, which is good though. Listened to the engineer and totally forgot where I was. That would have cost me dearly. And so I've got 1 lap of fuel remaining, but I really want this one to count. So is that 1 lap after this, or this lap only? But too much curve there. Chasing down Sonoda now. Purple on sector 2 as well. Maybe the AI is a little bit too easy. I want to do this lap, I want it to count. Green on sector 3. It'd be nice to have gone purple, purple, purple.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Right, let's abort this lap. We just follow these 2 round. Again, just watching the map to make sure nobody else is coming up behind us. I think Gasly's done really well during 2021. Really seems to be doing very well in that AlphaTauri team. But we're going to overtake him, bury the brakes, get it turned in. We're not supposed to be on a flying lap, but hey, every bit of practice helps. Let's just not bin it on the curbs. And again, another drag race with Sonoda. He's got a slightly better line off the corner, and he's going to go around me. I'm not going to fight that one. And then we'll bring it into the pits. Okay, so we seem to be P1 at the moment, which is a bit of a surprise. I would imagine the AI is a little bit lower and the game is set to be a little bit easier than I had thought. Again, time will tell. Okay, so on the session info, we're still sitting first, so I'm going to just accelerate the time for the moment. Bit of a gamble. But again, in the interest of just getting into a race and getting this video done. Wow, everybody's out on track as expected towards the end of the session. But we did bring in a first, I think. That's our XP. Again, I think
and
if
with
we...
qualifying complete, let's review our top three today.
Okay,
Morgan,
cool.
Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Okay, really wasn't expecting to do pole straight away, so clearly the settings are too easy at the moment.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Okay, so we'll just advance from there. And we'll dive into the race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1 of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Morgan lines up on pole position and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Max Verstappen and Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Vettel, Esteban Ocon and Raikkonen, Russell, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll and Antonio Giovinazzi, Ireland, Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
It's a shame that our other drivers
We're
on
going to need you
19th.
to push hard if we're going to get a good result today. Let's make it happen.
Okay, so the race strategy. We've got 2 options, softs and then mediums, softs and hards. I'm going to go with the recommended. And the car setup, I've just got the normal default one on, so I'm quite happy with that. So I think we'll just go back and then get on with the race. Probably going to go quiet because I'd like to try and do quite well, but we'll have to see how things go. Ooh, drifted over a little bit, wheel spin off the line. Got a car up the right hand side of me. Ugh. So that's Perez has done me into the first corner. But I did manage to keep everybody else behind. So now can we overtake Perez without crashing? Let's get on his back bumper. Hesitated a little there. Oh, nerfed him a little bit there. Thankfully we got away with that. Oh, somebody's attacking me from behind. I need to try and build a little bit of a space. I was probably a bit conservative going into that corner, could have attacked it a bit more. Again, that's the downside to not running a full practice, I guess. And I could have gone out with another qualifier. Right, back on the back of Perez. Well, I thought about doing him on the corner, but backed out of that. So 14 laps, quite a fair way to go yet. We've got no DRS yet. Let's just settle in. Although an opportunity presented itself, I've got the arrows on so you can see he's still to the right of me, now he's behind. Oh. First on-screen overtake done. Now, let's see if we can build a little bit of a gap. Oh, wrong side of the track. I shouldn't really be 2.5 seconds ahead of Perez by this point, so quite clearly the game settings are a little easy, so that's something that I'm going to need to look at, unless of course this race goes terribly wrong.
You'll be on the mediums.
Now, I know previously the tyre wear really does come into play, so I'm not quite sure when the tyres are going to start losing grip and misbehaving a little bit. Hopefully I'll feel that. I'm just leaving the tyre information on at the moment so I can see how we're doing. Let's see if we can get this up to 3 seconds. 26 and 23, so tyres look pretty good at the moment. Whoa, okay, that curb's not too good if you ride that. Should have got the power down a bit earlier there. So sector 1, sector 2 red, sector 3 is purple. First two weren't very good.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Okay, I think I'm going to stick as we are. I've got my hands full learning this track, learning the physics of the game. Okay. Our tyres starting to slide a little bit more now. We are at 30%.
We want to pit this lap, so push now.
Oh, we're pushing.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Yeah, we shouldn't be doing that. Ooh. Yeah. That wasn't clever. Looks like these tyres are definitely going off now. Surprises me because we're only at 30 odd %. But then again, we are pitting in, so that's indicating that we are at the end of their life. Be interesting to see how the mediums run. That was a little better. Again, you saw that the dynamic line was flagging up yellow there to show that I do need to back off in that corner now, whereas before it was green.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
Woo. But we're in. Oh, so 6 out of 14 laps. We lost the first position. We've managed to get it back.
Complete, go now.
Now we're going to come out in traffic. So we'll have to see how things go now. Where are we?
Look after these
2
tyres
cars
now.
coming up.
Finish the race on this
Don't
compound.
cross the white line. Don't overshoot the first corner. We'll tuck in behind Vettel. Get through these corners, have a quick look. Oh, big old gaggle of cars behind us. Oh, too deep. Tyres may well just be a little bit cold. Let's try not to hit Vettel. Okay, they're pulling in, which is good. No, they're not. I lost where I was on the track for a moment there. Let's just try and get back on them. Oh good, the AI is actually thinking about where you are on the track. That was quite nice that we moved around the outside and just pushed Russell over a little bit. So it was nice that it didn't simply turn in on the normal racing line like some games do. Actually quite like those 2 overtakes, that felt quite good.
Callum is coming in for his stop.
Chasing down Ocon for the minute.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds.
It's surprising how after a few laps you can get used to a track. Oh, again forgot where I was on this track. That corner catches me out each time. We've got
Brilliant. Nice
fresher
move.
tyres. Move done under fresher tyres. I like the arrow to show that there's a car up on the inside. Can probably turn that off to make it a little bit more realistic when we go down into the cockpit for racing. And we've got the mirrors. For a moment, enjoying this. This is good. A little deep. Now I should point out that I'm not the greatest racing driver. I enjoy these games, I love these games. I'm not the greatest, I'm not an expert. I'm purely average at these games. So if I can do this, you can do this. So we are nearly 4 seconds ahead of Vettel. Actually surprised Vettel's there, so maybe he hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, I did think he... Oh, did I overtake him or did he jump in a bit? I can't remember. Whoa, too much curb there. Too much curb and it threw me across the track. I think we're racing Perez. He's 7 seconds behind us.
Vettel behind. The gap to the car behind is 5.0 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 39.3.
Oh, maybe he has pitted 7 laps and we're on lap 9. That would have been a very early pitch. Ah, no, Perez behind us. Let's just concentrate on the racing. So 9 seconds nearly ahead of Perez, or between 8 and 9. That's all a little bit too easy right now. And then we go around. Whoa. That's not going to be useful. We've got it all to do again. That was a big moment on the curbs.
Okay, focus.
Not good at all. Now normally my tyres would be completely shot, flat spotted galore, so that would be a case of coming in, but for the moment we've got a few laps to try and get on to Perez. I guess in a real race you'd be coming in now to change those tyres. On the game we just seem to have got away with that. I've been expecting my tyre wear to be horrendous. Again, it might be a setting, a realistic setting. For now it's giving me a chance just to run, see if we can catch him. Come on, get on the power, come on. Oh, too deep. Too deep. That's going to let him run all the way down this straight. Take a slightly tighter line through there. This is where I have my off. Be a little bit more careful. Let's get back onto the back of Perez. Is this corner going to be the one we can do it? No, not quite. Which we should get DRS. That makes quite a difference. They gave me a slightly different line into that corner, but looks like DRS is quite powerful. We now need to get out the DRS distance, so we need to build a second a lap. Build a second to Perez. Whoa, okay, so...
Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed that the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stopped vehicles on the track. Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
I don't quite know where the delta is. This is all a bit new. I've not done a safety car before. So does that mean the delta, this one I'm going to have to gen up on, so delta is increasing. So does that mean I need to go a bit faster, or does that mean I'm too fast? I'm now really confused as to what we should be doing. I don't know where the safety car is. Oh, there's the safety car.
Safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
Okay, completely new to me. We're going very slowly now. At least I know my delta's right now. In the real world, our tyres would be going cold. I don't know whether that's the case now. Obviously braking generates tyre heat, as does moving around. Okay. Never done a safety car restart.
Okay, the safety car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
Again, I'm respecting the delta, but I'm not quite sure how that works. I don't know where the delta indicator is.
Green flag.
Whoa! And I got nerfed. Okay, so I went away too slow.
They are out of the race.
So that's going to cost me badly on the restart, so I'm going to have to practice quite a bit more on safety car stuff.
The gap behind us is 1.7 seconds.
This car is all over the place right now, although I do seem to have a problem with the car.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Well, thank goodness for that.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So that safety car really cost us badly. I'm clearly going to need to research safety car and deltas and work on that for future races. For the moment, those other cars are absolutely running away. That was a shame. This car's definitely sliding around quite a bit now. I think I know how Lewis feels now. Had that race in the bag until the safety car, and then it was all undone. Although it was my own fault. Just didn't get away at all on the restart. Completely botched. Nice one, battery. And we'll bring it home for 4th. Could have been better.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There's so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you hit the fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. Valtteri Bottas takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Nicholas Latifi gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.